All right, guys and girls, we are back in the messy shop once again. So, I've had this 372 that we built back on, I think it was February 13th. I built this saw, had it running once, decent. The first initial startup with it that you guys seen on video. After I was waiting on my muffler bolts to come in before I could throw on the stock pipe, as you guys seen in that video. I had a very hard time getting this thing to start, let alone idle. It would have to high idle. Basically, I've went through, I don't know, 4 or 5 different carburetors on it. Like I said, I had done seals to this, went through the whole rigmarole with it, and not quite sure on what exactly could be the problem. I thought it was on my end more or less, because when it was running, it was running pretty strong. I can't figure out a way to put this thing. Let me just let me throw you guys looking at me for a minute. So I went and I took the muffler off because I don't like these mufflers. They're aftermarket, but I'm not gonna go out and spend the money that they want for OEM mufflers when they have the single port design Chinese ones for, you know, 10-15 bucks. I've never had a problem with them in the past. They're just muffled real bad. So I like to usually stay on the safe side with a build saw. So I usually use HYWAY components. I'll do the big bore with a pop-up piston, and I won't mess with ports. I won't mess with the transfers, anything like that. And that was what this build was. And right now I'm just taking the jug bolts off. And I'll show you guys what I can see. I can't get a very good picture from inside, but I ended up calling the distributor, whatever you want to call them. It was through, I'll make a different video on that process as we go through it. I'm going to be shipping this jug back to them. This is the second time with this dealer that I've had issues. I bought from him twice. Well, I bought from him once, and the first one was with this jug right here, which the first time I had sent them pictures of the inside, outside, this, that, and the other thing, but I don't see a HYWAY stamp on any of these, and I don't know if their components actually have HYWAY on them. Like I said, I've really used them for a couple of my built saws, but then straight for customer saws. But you can see it's all delaminated on the inside, all the Nicosil. So when I pulled the exhaust off of this, immediately I see that the piston was scored horrible. And the further in that I kind of looked with the flashlight, I was able to see that the Nicosil was pretty tore up as well. So I have a feeling that either HYWAY has went a different direction with their product after they put out the I think it's Nicosil, because I've built in upwards 15 to 20 of these 372s now and sold them. Never had an issue with any of them running, but this one I wasn't even able to get a quarter of a tank through it. So the first one, I think I did 3/4 of a tank. That was back in August, I think, something like that. Nonetheless, new plug. I put a plug in for the decompressor on this, and that's it. Like I said, I never did any work to it. Now, if it's my saw, which I'm actually half tempted to not even do anymore, after this issue. This is the second time in 2 builds. So that's not very good. Not very good, we're gonna say. Hopefully they just maybe got a bad batch, and there's not foul play with this distributor, because if I remember correctly, the piston had an HW on it. That one doesn't. That's from the ported one I took out of it. I don't know if I still have that other piston or if I chucked it. I remember I kept the jug because it's still a good jug to test out some carbide burrs and whatnot. And I'm sorry you guys are looking at my face, but I don't have my tripod here, and I don't want to speak highly about a product if they've went a different direction now. And I'm just hoping that it is a bad batch and that they'll go good for it and not foul play with the distributor or something else. Because like I said, I don't have any more saws with these HYWAY kits on them. I sold them all over the course of this winter to look and see if the jugs are stamped, which really kind of ticks me off as well. I do have another jug that I just had ordered through HYWAY because I have a 365 that I wanted to build up, but that one's still in the box, and if this goes the way I'm thinking it's going to go, I might just send that one back as well, because I've never had a problem with Meteor or any of the other jugs in the past, and HYWAY's just kind of a budget option. And back when I talked to Walker Saw Shop about them, that's who they were going to give a try when Husqvarna stopped production of their cylinders. So I figured if Walker's was going to give it a shot, then it would be a name that I'd give. Now let me get you guys in a different spot here. I'm just gonna give this jug a quick shot here. I gotta break the seal. There we go. Break the seal on the moto seal. It's the carburetor. And get this throttle cable out of here. You got one. And I'm doing this live time, guys, that way there's no discrepancies. I'm not changing cylinders out, showing you a bad one when this is a good one or nothing like that. I want to make sure for my side of the story, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to send Alpine this video as well. I sent them pictures on the saw. Okay, so I'm hoping that's one movement for you guys. HYWAY big bore 372 pop-up piston. It's got a plug in it, and this is completely stripped of all the Nicosil. Yeah, there's no... And I've got a pool of it. Pool of it in the base as well. Alright. Oh, love it. Let me see, where are my pliers? Circle clip. Really not cool. So this whole bottom end is now compromised as well. And you guys seen the build, you guys seen how I did it. So there's video evidence of all of this. And the fact that it's the second one in a row from this place. Just like I said, the piston is stamped HW. Here's that as well. See that? Pop-up kit. There we go. So as soon as I opened up this saw, I wish I would have got the, it doesn't really matter, all the way around that piston. So there you go. There you go. Chunk of nickel right there from the bottom of the base. Very discouraging. Nonetheless, guys, that is the 371 we built. Looks like I've got to do a complete strip down of it this once again. Not happy. Sorry the video is like this, but like I said, I'm going to send this over to the distributor and see if they can warranty it. If not, I'll have to try to get a hold of HYWAY, or what the proper procedure is with it. But I'll show you guys both of the two builds that I just done at the end of this last year. Let's see if we can't do one of these. And I know the lighting is not going to be great, but there you go. This one, there's a couple slices through the nickel, but the nickel is not exposed. This one, the nickel is completely missing. So that's what we got. But I got to send this one back out to the distributor for investigation purposes. And yeah. Either way, guys, God bless y'all. Sorry I had to make this video, but I'm not eating $200 like that. Not for two faulty jugs. So God bless y'all. poke them buttons if you would. And let's hope HYWAY is back to producing good products.